Hi, I'm Alberto from the Unstoppable Creator. And yes, I have a cold. Sorry for that. I waited a couple of days before recording, but it didn't go away. So now the video must go live and I have to record. I hope it is clear. I created for you a new template in Notion, which can help you manage all your podcast guests. Podcasting is a great tool to add to your publication, or it can be your main type of content because it helps you create connections with experts, but also create new content when you don't have the whole expertise, when you don't know everything about the topic. And sometimes you may be a better curator than a creator, and so podcasting can be the perfect way to create an audience. But it takes a lot of work. You have to find podcasting opportunities. You have to contact the people, the guests, and also there are many moving parts. You have to record, to upload, to schedule before recording, of course, to promote your article and a podcast episode. So a good system and a good tool can help you do it quickly and also focus more on the creative aspects and not on the logistical and managerial aspects. So I want to show now how the template works. And if you are a paid subscriber to the Unstoppable Creator, you can find the link to the template below. So here is the template. What you will get when you duplicate the template you can get on my publication. You have the instructions here that can be expanded or collapsed so they don't take too much space. But the most important thing is the dashboard here, the Kanban view. Every column describes a state, a step in your podcast production. I kept the number of steps small because otherwise you can get stuck into deciding which step you need, but you can always add a new step by clicking here and then clicking on properties and then adding a new status here. I chose the main steps that I usually use when creating a podcast. I had a podcast in Italian a few years back, and now I'm doing it again on Substacks with live interviews that then go in my publication, that get published in my publication as a podcast. So how do you use this Kanban board? When you find a new podcasting opportunity, when you find a new possible guest, you click here and you add here the name of the guest. Let's say guest without too much originality. And this is a card, a page in Notion terminology that tells you, okay, we have a guest and we have to follow the process moving this page between the columns. But initially, you just use it to dump your guest ideas. Maybe you find an interesting publication, and when you think, okay, this could be a good guest for my publication, you add a new page to the not started column. Then you can also, by opening the page, add something. For example, the publication URL or some notes. For example, travels the world while earning a living writing. Usually, these notes are useful to remember why you want to add this guest. And you can also add any number of topics you want to talk about, or the guest is relevant for example, parenting, productivity. Okay, this will be available later, just as tags you can click. And the other properties, the interview date or the next deadline, won't be useful in the beginning. We'll see in a minute how you can use them. Another thing, you see that this page already has something here in its body. This is because I created a template, a template in the template. You can see it here if you click next to the new button. There's the new interview template. Clicking on the three dots and clicking on edit, you see its content, which is exactly what we've just seen when we added the new guest. You have three buttons. I'll explain later how they work, and the article structure, the article that goes with the podcast episode. And you, every time you click on new, a page includes exactly what you just seen in the template. After you dump all your potential guests in your not started column, you can decide which one, who to interview the next time, or to contact the next time you take time to invite someone to your podcast. So, for example, let's say that we want to invite this guest here, so we move it to the contacted column after sending him or her an invitation message. This is why I created some message templates here. You can expand the toggle, copy the text, and customize it, or just use it as an idea, as a prompt for you or for AI to create better or more personalized messages. You contact the guest, and maybe then you send some follow-ups, and you propose the a date for the recording or for the live interview. After you you set the date, then you open the page and maybe add here the interview date. So you click here, and let's say we set February 27th as the okay. This is the date of the scheduled interview. You can also send, and it's a good practice, send the guest the instructions about how the interview will work, and you can use this template here, the instructions template. This I explained already what you need to do when you contact the guest, but if you don't want to keep everything in mind, I created these buttons for you. So when you when you decide to contact a guest, you can click on the contacting to do, and it adds a to-do list, which can be collapsed or expanded with some tasks that you need to do when you want to contact the guest. So after you do it, you can just check it, okay? And you can also customize the button by clicking on the cog and adding new things to this block here. You just type or press enter and add blocks, or copy, cut, paste these blocks and move them up or down. If you need help with Notion, you can just become a paid subscriber for the Unstoppable Creator and ask in the chat of the publication. So when you go into the contacting phase, you can, if it's more clear, you can maybe rename the status contacted in contacting. Sometimes for me, it's clearer. Go to properties and then status, then contacted. You can just rename it here. for some reason, it decides to move the columns when you change them. Now it works. Okay. After you contacted and set a date for the interview, then you take the page and move it to the promotion stage, the promotion step. Here, there's another to do. So you click on it and it shows here. And it works exactly as the to-do list for the contacting phase. Okay. Then there is the recording of the interview. I didn't add a specific column for that because usually it just means you go online and record and then jump to the next step, which can be the article, which means writing the article, uploading the interview, and embedding the interview in the article, and so on. For this step, I created another button with a longer list of things to do, and again, you can customize it just by clicking on the cog. Once the article is ready, you can move the page to done, of course. And maybe there could be another promotion stage here, since you promote the article and not the interview. This depends on your on how you deal with the new articles in your publication. There is also this retry column. I usually use it to when something someone denies an interview, but it's not because he will never come to my podcast. Maybe it was just not the right moment. And so instead of placing the page again in the not started column, I place it in the retry column to remember that I already contacted that potential guest. I didn't show you another property that can be very useful, the next deadline property. I explained how to use it in the instructions, but it can be used to describe the deadline, the date for the next step. For example, you contact you set the date for the interview, then you have, for example, 1 week to promote the interview. So you click on next deadline, and for example, you since the date is February 27th, you set the deadline to February 24, and in your promotion to-do list, you have to send the email on or before February 24th. You can go much more granular than this, but I decided to keep things simple because complicated systems look good, but you end up not using them because there are too many bells and whistles. Okay, there's another important thing which is very helpful when you have to schedule a lot of interviews, because it's better to schedule them in advance. And this is the calendar view. If you go to the calendar view here, you can see that my guest is on the 27th. So this page is placed on the calendar based on the interview date, not the next deadline, but the interview date. So you keep adding new guests and they appear on your calendar, so you can keep track of what how many guests you have, if there are empty weeks, and so on. You can also show more things on this calendar if you need it. You click on the 3 dots here and on the layout. Here are some options, but you can also, and this is more useful, if you go to properties then you, for example, can add the status, and so the status will be always visible. For example, if you have a guest scheduled on the 27th and you still have to do promotion and you are on the 24th, okay, you know you have to do something more. And the notes may be useful, or the topics, so you have a so you quickly see how many guests will talk about a specific topic, and then maybe you can invite other different guests who can talk about different topics. And I think this is it. You have a couple more templates here for your messages, but it will be self-explanatory. You will find this template in the link in the description of this video. And if you join as a paid subscriber, you will get the template, and also the you can ask questions in the publication chat. Sorry again for my voice and the hesitation as I talk. I'm not feeling well, but I hope you'll like this template. And if you need other templates or automations, please tell me in the comments. See you. Bye.